Good afternoon. I was on my YouTube channel, just kind of looking it over. I've made 23 videos in the last 6 years. It's never been my intention just to make videos and try to come off as being somebody important, flooding the YouTube airways with gibberish. There's plenty of that going on, and it isn't necessary to add to that. However, I've seen something in the news the last couple days that has really upset me, and I'd like to set the record straight here. I read the report, the investigative report that was finally published concerning Jerry Sandusky and the Penn State University officials that were responsible for covering up this tragedy that occurred on their facilities. The other day I saw a political cartoon. A group of people had some ropes attached to the statue of Joe Paterno, and they were tearing it down. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I'm a moron and not realize the symbolism that's being used in this political cartoon. Let's make something perfectly clear. Joe Paterno is not Saddam Hussein. He made a mistake. He made a huge mistake. But the man is not Saddam Hussein. I read today that Joe Paterno's wins from 1998 to 2011 are being removed from the official records. Joe Paterno is no longer the NCAA all-time winning coach for wins. This is being taken away from him. I see in the papers Joe Paterno and other unnamed university officials, blah, 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 blah. What are they saying? Ringleader Joe Paterno and other Penn State University officials that covered up this tragedy concerning Jerry Sandusky, blah, 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 blah. Joe Paterno is being crucified. Joe Paterno is being hung in effigy and burned. And I'm going to tell you why. Again, I read this report. I know what was said in there. I'm going to tell you what the facts are, as I see them. In 1998, Jerry Sandusky was in this particular facility, in this shower room, on the Penn State University facility. He was taking a shower with a young boy. He took the boy home. The mother of this child was noticed that her son was acting strangely. She asked him why was his hair wet, and he told his mother, I was in the shower with Jerry Sandusky. Like any good mother, she got on the phone, she called the police. She filed a report against him. An investigation was conducted. Jerry Sandusky was charged with molesting this young boy. The police called the university president of Penn State. Yes, hello, this is the police department. This is a courtesy call. This is to inform you that charges have been brought against Jerry Sandusky. An investigation is being conducted. The president said, oh, did he actually do anything? And he was told, we cannot tell you the details of this investigation. This is a courtesy call, just to inform you that it is being conducted. Thank you. What did this university president and other high officials do? They scrambled. It was damage control. This is in the report. Unfortunately, the evidence wasn't strong enough to bring Jerry Sandusky to trial. The university brought Jerry Sandusky into the president's office, and they had a talk with him. They said, Jerry, we want to inform you that there is not enough evidence to charge you with sexually molesting a boy in the shower room of one of our facilities here on the campus. However, it has been concluded that your behavior is inappropriate, and we agree. So we don't want you to do it anymore. Are you going to do it again? And Jerry Sandusky said, oh no, I promise, I won't do it again. That was it. The matter was dropped. No investigation was done into finding out who this boy was. They did not take the time to find out if this boy had been traumatized in any way. They didn't tell Jerry Sandusky to go get his head shrunk. They didn't insist that he go talk to a psychologist and find out what the hell he was doing showering with young boys anyway. Wasn't done. That was it. 2 years later, a couple of years later, in 2001, a young football coach from Penn State named McCleary was in the same facility, walking by the same shower room, and he thought he heard something inappropriate going on, like the sound of anal sex being performed. And he thought he saw Jerry Sandusky in there with a young boy. He didn't do anything. He slammed a locker and created some noise, hoping that whatever was going on would stop. He went and talked to his dad. His dad said, hey, go talk to Coach Paterno. He should know about this. So he did. Went to Coach Paterno. Hey, Coach, I thought I heard something inappropriate going on in the facility in the shower room, like the sound of anal sex. And I thought I saw Jerry Sandusky in there with a young boy. I don't know what to do. Can you help me out? Coach, will you tell somebody? And Coach Paterno said, yes, I will tell somebody. And he did. However, that's all he did. Now, it's been said in the press that Joe Paterno is the main culprit, basically, of trying to cover this thing up. And he did so to protect his buddy, Jerry Sandusky. It's all his fault. He was protecting his buddy. I'm not buying it. And I'm going to tell you why. Jerry Sandusky is old school. Joe Paterno is old school. I'm old school. I'm going to tell you how we handle this situation. If Jerry Sandusky truly was Joe Paterno's buddy, he would have taken him to the side and he would have said, Jerry, what in the hell is wrong with you? Where did you get the idea that you can shower with a young boy in my shower room, on my facility? And he would have beat the living daylights out of this man. He would have beat him to within an inch of his life and hoped to God that he might have straightened out and got the message. Of course, he would have turned him in. That's besides the point. Of course, he would have turned him in. But what I'm saying is, if If he really was his friend, this is what he would have done. Now, I'm sure there's people out there thinking, oh, this is vigilantism. We can't take things like this into our own hands and start beating people. Let me tell you something, people. This is how things get done. This is how you stop people from screwing up. You'll hope to God you put the fear of God into them, and they'd think twice before they would pull something like this again. Joe Paterno didn't do that. In my opinion, he didn't do enough because he didn't do this. Okay, let's get back to the report. Joe Paterno goes, talks to some higher-ups about what McCleary had told him, and what did they do? Damage control. They start scrambling, just like they did in 1998. Started sending emails back and forth. What should we do? How should we handle this? Oh my God, what if it comes out that we know about this and that at this certain time and we didn't do anything, or we didn't do enough, and it all comes and backfires on us? Us. Who cares about this young boy who was molested in 2001 in the shower room in the facility? The exact same facility and shower room that Jerry Sandusky said he was not going to be in again. Showering with young boys. That's the truth. They're talking about, in the paper this morning, Joe Paterno is going to lose all these wins from 1998 because that's when the scandal began. There wasn't a scandal in 1998. There was an official police investigation. That's not a scandal, people. The scandal began in 2001 when the public finally realized that higher-ups in the Penn State University were trying to bury the fact that Jerry Sandusky was showering with boys in a shower room on their facilities, on the Penn State University facilities. That's the scandal. What about 1999 and the year 2000? How many boys did Jerry Sandusky molest in this shower room in this facility during those years? Who knew about it? Who covered it up then? We don't know. And you know what? We aren't ever going to find out. Okay? I don't think Joe Paterno's a saint in this. He's not the ringleader. Believe me, the man is being crucified. These people are just, these Penn State higher-ups in the university are trying to cover their ass. And this is what they did in 1998. This is what they did in 2001. And this is what they're doing today. All they care about is covering their ass. And they're using Joe Paterno to do it. Think about it. It's real easy to blame the dead guy. So, this is what's going on. And this isn't going to be reported in the press. All you have to do is read the report and come to your own conclusion. Stop reading this garbage that they're putting out. You know, personal agendas are at work. People are trying to protect their own reputations. What's not being said is these higher-ups at the university don't give a rat's ass about these boys who were raped on the Penn State University campus. That's the tragedy. That's the cover-up. Let Joe Paterno rest in peace. The man screwed up big time. He should have covered his ass. He should have beat the snot out of Jerry Sandusky. And when somebody came by and said, guess what, coach, you didn't do enough, and you say, bullshit, I put the man in the hospital and beat him within an inch of his life. Yeah, I did what I had to do. Coach, you didn't do that. And for that, you're guilty. But for God's sakes, people, put it in perspective. Don't believe that Joe Paterno is the ringleader in this and that he is the man that covered everything up. He's being used as a scapegoat. That's what I want to say. Okay? You don't have to take my word for it. Like I said, the truth is out there. All you have to do is read it. And that's all I've got to say about that. So, just, people, don't be like these people at Penn State. You know? Care about people. Is this what's become of us in this country? Are we so financially and spiritually and morally bankrupt that we've come to a point in our lives where we don't give a rat's ass about anybody but ourselves anymore? This is the message I'm getting from Penn State. This is what I'm seeing. This is a reflection of us. All right? Take the higher road. Care about your fellow man to a certain degree anyway. Don't stoop to the level of these university Penn State assholes, because that's what they are. They're assholes. They are as guilty of rape of young boys as Jerry Sandusky is, because they basically are accomplices. They knew in 1998 that something was afoot, and they turned a blind eye to it. That's a fact, and it can't be denied. So in the meantime, hang in there, everybody. Don't let these crazy bastards pull you down. You know, take the higher road. Thank you, and have a good day.